Well, hello everybody. I'm live here at the airport on my journey to Dallas, Texas. From there off to Austin, and then it's a weekend of absolutely doing constitutional conventions with the greatest legal minds in the entire world. It's an incredible journey, 5 years to get there. But as promised yesterday, everybody, I wanted to do the issue of Chinese immigration. It's called preferred immigration in Canada. It's been this way for a very, very long time. In fact, entirely Pierre Poilievre's career. And by the numbers, folks, by statistics that I can't make up, published forever and a day from actually before 2008, but a lot of papers, a lot of academic papers have been written, and you can go to Jester, and that's our legal professionals here in Canada. They've logged this stuff, wrote many tremendous papers out of many universities from British Columbia all the way to Ottawa. So it's credible, it's real, it's verifiable by at least Canada's greatest legal minds and Statistics Canada. Doesn't matter what party you believe in. And folks, we look at immigration for one thing. We can go all the way back to Paul Martin and Jean Chrétien before him. The historical high of immigration, 2006, highest Canada ever seen, except since its founding, and that's going quite a ways back, was 76,000 immigrants, legal immigrants to Canada a year. 76,000. That's 2006. This is real statistics. Nobody can dispute it. Backed up, again, by government websites, Statistics Canada. And from there, Stephen Harper wins the election, and immediately, folks, with Pierre Poilievre, if you ever want to look at his electoral career, Conservative, Privy Council to Stephen Harper, he voted absolutely to take the 76,000 immigrants a year and turn it into a whopping 250,000 immigrants a year to Canada. 250,000. And it didn't end there, it kept going up. Now, I'm not arguing about legal immigration. I'm just saying, folks, for Canada, we said we need to multiply immigration by almost 5 times its highest ever. Included in that, everybody, included in that, found and logged in the government records, parliamentary records, absolutely on immigration and refugee website, they chose to take Chinese citizens and give them permanent precedence of a exceptional immigrant, meaning they get preferred immigration status. Currently, Ukraine gets preferred immigrant status, meaning they get fast-tracked. Since 2006, absolutely 2008, all publications point to this. The Conservatives, voted by Pierre Poilievre, can track all of his votes as a lifetime Privy Council member under Stephen Harper, voted all this through. They wanted predominantly Chinese immigrants to Canada. Canadians didn't want it in massive majority. They did it anyway, multiplying Chinese immigrants in preferred status 5 times the amount ever seen in Canadian history. They did that since the railroad and Chinese miners and Chinese railway workers. That's the truth. Just like that time in history, going through all of Pierre Poilievre's career, all of it, all the way up to Justin Trudeau, who said, oh yeah, I'm going to double what the Conservatives did, which is astronomical, folks. And we're talking preferred immigration status. It's all found on my Facebook, published great many years, all the years, from all of Harper all the way through Justin Trudeau 2015 till today. We are approaching 500,000 immigrants a year, and Chinese are still preferred immigrants since January. So for Pierre Poilievre or Justin Trudeau to be talking about China as a threat, or talking about they need to be reined in and that there's a problem with election interference, folks, Pierre Poilievre times 5 the amount of communist Chinese brought to Canada. They say, oh, they went through Hong Kong. It was through the UK. UK left China's Hong Kong 2003. The 100-year agreement from the UK royal family opium wars 1 and 2 that the Chinese lost. UK held that until 2003. They made a transition. There was no reason, any reason at all, for Pierre Poilievre under Stephen Harper to go the road he did. There was no reason for Justin Trudeau to go the road he did. But they did. Now today, both of these guys, and Pierre Poilievre especially, saying there's a problem here, Canada's broken, oh, Justin Trudeau has absolute corruption of elections. Well, they've known this since NORAD. They chose to do it anyway. Canadians at a percentage of 80%. 80%. Lots of conservatives there, 79%, 72% of liberals. NDP, 84%. We can go higher with Bloc Québécois. We have True North and all these radical media groups trying to act like this is new, that somehow the conservatives weren't involved in this. I can assure you, Canadians, all political parties completely down with it, continued it, and knew full well the consequences. Beijing, the communist regime, took control of Hong Kong 2003. Transition all the way up to 2006 to 8. This isn't new. And they continued forward anyway. They knew exactly what was at stake. And then they question where people vote, where money goes. It's a lie. It's a ruse. It's a trick. These parties are all playing the same game. And then they're trying to get Canadians to hate Chinese, even though they ramped up the immigration massively, monumentously, beyond all reason, beyond all sanity, beyond all publications, beyond all warnings. And then now they want you, the people, to hate on the Chinese that they brought in by the mother loads. When I say mother loads, it's preferred immigration status, fast-tracked, no screening. We knew when our pharma was taken. We knew when our science was taken. We knew when we absolutely lost Nortel. All the writing was on the wall. CSIS publishes year after year the truth. That's Canada's version of the CIA. They publish this national security threat year after year. You can all look it up and read it. And they continue on. They go forward. March forward. Telling you what you want to hear. Telling you what they think you want to hear. But what's in writing, which is on the government websites, is still the Chinese preferred immigrant. Only second now to Ukrainians from war-torn Russia, Ukraine. That's it. But it's been that way entirely through all of Pierre Poilievre's time under Harper in the ministry as a lifetime Privy Council, and absolutely all and entirely of Justin Trudeau's reign as Prime Minister. That's a fact. It's real. It's credible. Totally verifiable. Still on the website today. You can go on Immigration Status China Canada's website, and you will find, at least as of the end of January, they're still the preferred immigrant, along with Ukrainians now. It's the only change. Nothing has changed. What everybody says and what they do is a complete lie. And if you think conservatives are going to flip on what they've been doing over the mass, monumental decades, we're almost at 2 decades worth, and Pierre Poilievre clearly over a decade has supported and voted time and time again for it. If you think he's going to do anything differently, if he wins Prime Minister, you're sadly mistaken. It's a lie. They've been liars from day one. What they say and what they put into writing and what's published are two very, very different things. Anyone can Google everything I've put in this video. It's credible, real, verifiable. It should be shared out. People should know the truth. What they say, what they publish and do and put in writing or law and practice are two very, very different things. They tell you what you want to hear, and then they do the opposite. You can be guaranteed that what they say is not what you're going to get. They're creating the division. They're creating this globalization, and they embrace it full well. They fill their pockets. They get rich at absolutely all of your expenses. Don't blame the Chinese. Blame your Canadian official opposition and Prime Minister and Liberal Party of Canada. Absolutely. But will they change when you flip from one to the other? The answer is no. And there's nothing in any parliamentary records, any government website records, anything published by the Conservatives or Liberals to show you anything other than the truth I've just laid out for you. Nobody can dispute anything I've said. All Canadian university and experts will, in massive publications, show you. I can show you publications going back to 2006, year after year, from universities as far as BC all the way to Ottawa and even beyond into the Atlantic. You'll find it over and over, all the warnings, all the experts, all the way through CSIS. And guess what? Never, ever listened to, never acknowledged. The Crown does the Crown, and you're all not included. Thanks. That's my video. Later today, I will arrive in Austin, and tomorrow is a big day at the university. Lots to do with academics. I have panel 5. I'll shoot some of that live. I will be doing interviews. I'll be handing out pamphlets. We'll see what I can shoot when I can shoot. I have 2 battery packs for the phone. I can shoot upwards of 10 hours a day of video. Shouldn't need it, but they're long days. It's going to drain, and I'm pretty excited, but we'll show you what I can when I can. And I hope to do some incredible interviews with some pretty unbelievable world-class experts from U.S. to Europe to Middle East to Asia. We'll see. It's going to be incredible. God bless everybody. Have a great day. Bye now.